everyone, my name is Mindy Hilton. Welcome to my home here in Northern California. I'm very excited because it is side dish week here at the Real Woman Philadelphia, and side dishes have always had a special place in my heart. Growing up, I remember one of my favorite sides, and it is still to this day, is macaroni and cheese. And I know I always loved it, my brother and sister always loved it, but my father, he wasn't a big fan. So he'd always kind of complain when my mom made macaroni and cheese as a side dish. So we always kind of appreciated when he would have to go out of town to work, which he did travel a lot, because my mom would make us macaroni and cheese for dinner. Well, you know what? To this day, my kids love macaroni and cheese, and it's one of those things I can always make and know that they're not going to complain about. But you know what? I've got some hiding on the brain. Yeah, I hide a lot of these during the month of March and April because it seems like as soon as I pull them out of storage, my kids want me to hide them. So I figure if I'm going to hide all of these eggs, why not hide a few other things for my kids? So today we're going to be hiding some vegetables in their favorite side dish, macaroni and cheese. And it's going to be a great combination with Philadelphia's garden vegetable cream cheese. And we're really kicking up the vegetables. It's going to be squash, it's going to be sweet potatoes, we're going to have some carrots, all in this creamy, silky macaroni and cheese that we're going to top with a little crunchy bacon. It's going to be terrific. The kids are going to love it. They're going to have no idea how many garden vegetables are in it. And you know what? I'm going to enjoy eating it as much as I enjoy serving it to them. So let's get cooking. Now to get started, all I'm going to do is prepare a pound of pasta. And you know what? I'm sticking to that classic elbow macaroni pasta, but you could really use any type of pasta you like. You could use a whole wheat pasta, whole grain, you know, really whatever you like. And you know what? I like mine al dente, so I like it to have some bite. It's only going to take 7-8 minutes on the stove, and we're going to be having a terrific side. But you know what? If you want it a little bit more tender, just cook it a little bit longer. You know, all you really have to do is follow the package directions. So let's go. I've got 4 to 6 quarts of water boiling on the stove, and I'm ready to toss in my elbow macaroni. And now that my pasta is boiling away on the stove, and you know what? I leave the lid off. Like I said, it helps it just to be just right, just al dente, firm. I think there's nothing really worse than overcooked, mushy pasta. Not my favorite. Now, this is just going to give us just enough time to whip up our cheese sauce. We're going to start with our Kraft Philadelphia garden vegetable cream cheese. And this is really my husband's personal favorite when it comes to the savory cream cheeses. And all I'm going to do is add that to our pot. And you're probably saying, wow, that's a really old pot. You know what? This is the same pot that my mom used to make me macaroni and cheese in. She handed it down to me. I've had it since I was living on my own and a freshman in college. So you know what? This pot, just like the macaroni and cheese, has a special place in my heart. And you know what? It's sturdy. It gets the job done. So we're going to use it today. Make sure that I get all of that garden vegetable cream cheese in there. And you know what? Philadelphia really did it right with this stuff. It's got so many flavors in it. It's got a lot of vegetables already in it that are going to season our terrific garden vegetable macaroni and cheese. Now, all I've got to add is some shredded cheese. And I'm using Kraft's Mexican 4-cheese blend, but you know what? You could really use sharp cheddar, mild cheddar, you know, really any type of cheese that you like. I like to stick to some type of yellow cheese because, like I said, we're hiding things today. We're going to be hiding some orange and yellow vegetables into our macaroni and cheese. So that way, it's all going to look like one color. The kids are going to be clueless that they're eating something so good for them. So in the pot is going to go our shredded cheese, and that's 2 cups. And then we're going to add a cup of milk. And I'm using whole milk, but you could use a skim milk if you like. And now we're going to add 3.5 ounces of carrots. And you know what? I'm a busy mom. I like to take shortcuts if I can find them. And I'm using baby food today. And like I said, the colors are going to be perfect with the yellow cheese. The kids are going to be clueless. And I've got 2 picky eaters. I tell you, my boys are picky. And you know, not only am I hiding these vegetables from my boys, I'm hiding them from my husband too, because he doesn't eat enough vegetables either. And then you know what? I'm going to put in 2.5 ounces, a little bit less, of sweet potatoes. And really, you could, if you just wanted to stick to just one vegetable, you could, but this is a garden vegetable macaroni and cheese, so I decided to add some variety. And you know, they say that's the way to go, you know, get variety in your diet. And now 2.5 ounces of squash. And like I said, aren't these colors perfect? They are gonna have no idea that they're eating 3 different types of vegetables in here. And I'm telling you, it's gonna make a creamy, silky sauce. It's gonna be excellent. Put this on the stovetop in my really old pot, and I'm gonna heat it up to a boil and stir it and let that cheese break down and everything come together to one creamy, silky sauce. Then we're gonna pour it over our al dente pasta, top it with a little chopped bacon, and we're ready to go. That just took 3 minutes on the stovetop over high heat to get this terrific sauce. And this is gonna be so creamy and silky to go over our pasta. I can't wait. Well, how quick is this side dish? And I'm telling you, it's gonna be so tasty. The kids are not gonna know how good it is for them, and you're not missing out, because you know what? I'm not a fan of skimping. I like to eat things that I enjoy eating, and you know, if I don't enjoy eating them, I don't eat them, even if they're good for me. So this is something that's good for me and really good for my body. So you know what? Oh, how terrific is this? Perfect consistency on our sauce. And then just drain that pasta too. And you know what? If the sauce by chance was too thick for your liking, you could always save some of the pasta water to add to it to thin it out a bit. And it won't get too thin because you've got a lot of starch from that pasta water. But it looks perfect to me. I'm just gonna mix this up. Whew, getting a facial here, free facial. And you know what? After I get this all mixed up, we're gonna chop up some fully cooked crispy bacon to put on top of it, and then we're ready to roll. Well, as you can see, that made a really nice, generous side dish, and I had to even leave some in the pot. I couldn't fit it in my big serving bowl. It should serve at least 8 people, I would say, as a side. And then you know what? We're gonna add our crispy bacon, and all I did was buy my bacon fully cooked from the store, and then I threw it in my microwave for like 2.5 minutes to get extra crispy. You can hear it, it's crispy, because you know what? This is gonna be a nice texture combination with our creamy, tender macaroni and cheese. So it's gonna give it some, not only some crunch, some different texture, but some color and some flavor. You know, it's probably no secret that I like my bacon. So you know what, and that was just 8 slices. And I'm just gonna crunch that up. There we go. And we're just gonna sprinkle this on top. And you know what? I think maybe with all that bacon, I might even be able to get my pop to eat this. Even though he's not a big fan of macaroni and cheese, I'm pretty sure that he wouldn't be able to resist this. Thanks to Kraft Philadelphia cream cheese, this side dish was so easy. You might have noticed I didn't throw anything else in as far as spices or herbs. All we needed was the garden vegetable cream cheese, some cheddar cheese, some milk, a little pepper, and we're done. This is an amazing side that I know my kids are gonna love. I'm gonna love serving it to them. And you know what? It's been a blast from the past, making this macaroni and cheese, cooking in my old pot. You know, I'm kind of in the mood to throw my pajamas on, watch some cartoons, and dig into this macaroni and cheese. So you know what? I hope you have as much fun in your kitchen as I do. And until next time, keep it simple. Bye.